Quick question, what would you do with an extra £1,000 in your bank? Book a holiday, buy the new iPhone? How about turning it into £10,000 or even more? Stick around because today I'm going to show you the 3 absolute must-do things if you've got £1,000 in your bank account. We're talking about that lovely cushion of £1,000 you've got sitting in your bank, waiting to either multiply like rabbits or disappear like Houdini. Now, while £1,000 in the bank is by no means pocket change, it's super easy to just splurge it on a luxury holiday or a shopping spree. Of course, we could all just blow it on a fancy date. Imagine champagne, lobster, and at the end of the night, you're single because you can't afford another date like that. That £1,000 may be tempting to spend right now, but there are smarter ways to use it that will benefit you and maybe even your family for much longer. How many times have you found yourself in financial trouble when an emergency hits? You might have a steady job today, but what about tomorrow? The answer is simpler than you might think. Build an emergency fund. This is your financial life jacket, designed to keep you afloat when life throws you a curveball. Financial experts recommend 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Your £1,000 is a good starting point. Figure out your threshold for risk. If you're someone who needs more security, aim for a 6-month cushion. But if you think you can wing it a bit, 3 months might be enough. This isn't the kind of money you stick under your mattress. Put it in a high yield savings account where it can quietly grow thanks to interest. This fund is sacred. It's for emergencies only. I know that £1,000 could give you a legendary night out in Shoreditch. You could be popping bottles. But imagine you drop your phone down the loo. It's game over for you. Now you're not just hungover, you're also phoneless and poor. According to a study, 1 in 4 Brits have no emergency savings. Don't be a part of that worrying statistic. If you're looking to become financially stable, an emergency fund isn't just an option, it's a necessity. So take that £1,000 and whack it in the emergency fund. You've probably heard the phrase, you need money to make money. But what if I told you that the most crucial investment you can make isn't in property or even in a business? It's in yourself. We often find ourselves stuck in life, but the secret is investing in you. Forget about the quick gains from the latest hot stock or crypto. The best ROI, return on investment, you'll ever get is from enhancing your skills, knowledge, and mindset. Did you know that Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, credits his success to constantly learning? He spends 80% of his day reading. In his words, the more you learn, the more you earn. Now, I'm not saying you need to read for 8 hours a day to become the next Warren Buffett, unless you're gunning for the 5th richest person in the world title. First, pinpoint what you're struggling with. It could be finances, mindset, or specific skills like sales and marketing. Once you know where the gaps are, it's time to fill them. Read books, sign up to courses, or even consider hiring a coach. Allocate a portion of that £1,000 every month to invest these resources. The fastest way to success is learning from people who have been where you want to go. Shorten that learning curve, accelerate your results, and watch the investment in yourself pay dividends in every aspect of your life. So, you've got your emergency fund sorted and you've invested in yourself. What's the next hurdle? Well, for many people, it's the misconception that you need a truckload of cash to invest in stocks. I hear it all the time. I can't invest because I'm not rich. Does that sound familiar? You don't need to be a millionaire to invest in stocks. In fact, you can start with as little as £10. According to a survey by Finder UK, only 10% of Brits aged 18 to 24 own shares, compared to nearly 30% of those aged 55 to 64. This gap isn't just about age, it's about missed opportunities to grow wealth over a longer time frame. Start investing young and you've got time on your side to ride the ups and the downs of the market. Let's talk about how you can invest without breaking the bank or robbing one. Firstly, consider ETFs, particularly the S&P 500. For those unfamiliar, the S&P 500 is an index that represents the top 500 companies in the US, and it's a reliable and affordable entry into the world of investing. By investing into this index, you're essentially backing some of the most successful companies globally, not just in the UK. Intrigued? Well, to get started, you can easily open an account with Vanguard, which offers a low-cost S&P 500 ETF. Secondly, Have you heard of fractional shares? Well, with apps like Free Trade or Trading 212, you can invest as little as a few pence into companies that you believe in. There's no need to buy a whole share that might cost hundreds of pounds. Instead, you can own a fraction of it. So that spare change from your morning cuppa could be the entry point into the stock market. You're literally turning pennies into pounds. Lastly, have you ever thought about putting your money into some of the world's top dividend paying stocks? We're talking about big names you already know, like Johnson & Johnson or Coca-Cola. These companies actually pay you money just for owning a bit of their business. This extra cash is called a dividend, and it's like getting a mini payday without lifting a finger. So you're not just hoping the stock price goes up, but you're also getting this bonus money along the way. It's not going to make you mega rich overnight, but it's a smart way to see your money grow over time. The overall message: don't let the thought of not having enough money stop you from investing in the stock market. Your £1,000 is your starting point to grow your assets. So make it hustle as hard as you do. Reaching £1,000 in your bank account is an impressive achievement. You've taken the first step towards financial stability. Now it's time to use that money wisely. Whether you build the emergency fund, invest into yourself, or invest into stocks, you're setting the stage for your financial future.